Hey guys, this is Lim and today I would like to talk to you about the Honor 8X Max. So in the box, first you'll find the silicone case. Next, we see the charger, a quick charge, and then we have the micro USB cable. So let's just take a quick look at the device before we go on to the first impressions. So as you can see, it is a fairly large device. I got this phone for about US dollars, about 220, and it is a very nice looking phone. So on the front, you get a 7.12-inch LCD, which has about 350 ppi. On the inside, you get a Snapdragon 636. This particular model I have in hand has 4 GB of RAM with 64 GB of internal memory. Of course, you can also expand the memory by putting in a micro SD. At the front, you get a 8 megapixel camera, and on the back, you get a 16 plus 2 megapixel camera. And as you can see, it really looks very nice. The good thing about this phone is the screen is really big. So at 7 inches, it is a seriously large phone. And the viewing angles on this device is pretty good as well. Like you can see here, even when tilting the device, you can see the image very clearly. So as a comparison, this is a iPhone 6s. And now we compare it to the iPhone 7 Plus. And even when I compare it to the iPhone XS Max, you can see that the 8X Max is actually way bigger than the XS Max. So another thing I like about this phone is the battery. So we have a massive 5000 mAh battery in this device that is actually pretty slim, and it really lasts through about 2 days for my basic usage. So if you like a phone with a big battery, this is the phone for you. Overall, I find that using this phone has been pretty snappy. I mean, in terms of the UI, in terms of launching apps, they're all pretty okay. I wouldn't say it's super fast, but it does the job. Another thing I like about this phone is the fact that it still carries the headphone jack. So for all of you music lovers out there, this is for you. Okay, now let's talk about the things that I do not like. So on the back, it says AI camera, indicating that this must be some kind of a good camera. But the camera on this phone is really poor. I mean, even on the viewfinder, when moving around, you can notice that there is a drop in frame rate. Like, it is very choppy even when moving around. So it is very slow, and even when taking a photo sometimes, it is quite slow to register. So photos that I took on this phone turned out decent. So photos in broad daylight turn out fine, but if you're trying to get more photos at night, then I don't think this phone is for you, because it does a very poor job at taking night shots. I will upload some samples later for you to see, so you can judge it for yourself. Okay, so one thing I don't like about this phone is the fact that you can't really hide the notch. So in portrait view, notice that the picture is using the screen in full, but when you go to landscape mode, the entire left side is like blacked out. So you can see very clearly that there is nothing you can do to push the image so that it stretches out over the whole screen. So I don't know why this is happening. In portrait mode is fine, but when you go to landscape mode, the bar automatically appears. And this happens for both pictures and videos. So it's not just viewing images. When you view videos, it is the same thing. There is this black bar. Another thing about this phone is that gaming on this device, even though it has such a large screen, isn't very smooth. So if you're looking for a device to play your games on, this is not the device for you. Okay, so I know a lot of you people like to talk about benchmarks. So I did a quick benchmark test, and basically this is the score that you got. So it's about 115K. And what I can say from this is I don't really read much of the scores, but as a comparison to this 3-year-old iPhone 6s, this phone actually scored higher than this device. So yeah, that's just food for thought. Okay, so to conclude my quick first impressions, I would say that this phone has its benefits. Definitely you can see there's a very big screen and the battery will last you at least 2 days. Some even say that they can have the phone running for at least 3 to 4 days. So that is definitely a beast. Otherwise, if you're looking to take photos, it will do a decent job, but don't expect great photos. For gaming, I think you should look elsewhere. So overall for the price, I think it is a really good phone for the amount of money you are paying. And if you like it, you could actually buy it. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!